Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of NERDOUT!
NERDOUT! I had to do it.
It's alright, it's alright. It's the holidays.
Yeah, you know.
I'm Randy, this is Brian, and yeah, that took me out. What's up?
Nothing, man. We're here for another fine episode on this Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
On actually Labor Day proper.
Yes, yes.
So,
and it's probably the first day I've had off in since last Labor Day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man, so what's new?
Not a whole hell of a lot,
Mhm.
you know, just I'm checking out this
Yeah,
Ripley, which I really dig.
You do
What
dig
is
it.
I do
It's
dig it a lot. What is
it's
this?
the Haya Exquisite Mini Ripley figure, and they do like a 1/18 scale line.
Okay.
And actually, the thing I'm most excited about all week actually ties into that. Haya just showed pictures of a 3 3/4 inch line of G.I. Joe classified figures.
Really?
Yeah, they got the license to do.
Okay.
And so the first figure that they've shown, it's only one, is identical to the first G.I. Joe classified Snake Eyes. But it's got like cool weapons, a stand, and it is like Haya. It's got the Uzi.
Is it the same articulation?
So it's the same articulation as a typical Haya.
Yeah.
Which is basically, I think it's 17 points. So I went through I went through the elbow, ankle, and 17 points is pretty much covers it all. And it looks great. It's kind of interesting because now the Snake Eyes classified design feels a little dated now because they've gotten so. I mean, I still like it, but it's just they've gotten the direction has been refined, I guess.
Gotcha.
And but I'm so excited because look, I love the G.I. Joe classified line, like my favorite toy line now.
3 3/4.
That's my
deal.
jam.
That's your jam, man.
Yeah, that's my jam. So the thing is, and they're only $20. In today's market,
is that how much this is?
Yeah, about 20. Yep.
No.
And he comes with a couple accessories. She comes with a couple accessories.
Card or box?
Box. Yeah. Actually, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Since I'm at a toy store.
It out. Yeah.
Here.
Not bad.
Look, you can see Dallas. Yeah.
Nice.
I love the idea as a 1/18 scale collector. You get the figure, you get the articulation, you get a classy box. It's simple, it's cheap. I love the idea of it. Haya has had some quality control issues when they first started, but with that said, I haven't had any quality issues with any of the toys they've done since.
Okay.
So that's a big concern. But yeah, I'm really
nice.
Yeah, no, they are pretty nice. I like the idea of it. It's so I don't know, 1/18 scale is just so collectible to me. It's probably because that's what I grew up with, right?
Yeah, well, you can just do so much with it. There's 50 years of this and toys and shit.
There's the option of a drop ship.
Yeah. It's just you can put it with so much stuff.
When I lay on the couch and I'm watching my show, I grab a handful of toys to bring on the couch with me. You know, again, I've got no shame.
Speaking of what,
we'll get that. And then, but the thing is a bunch of 6-inch figures is you got you can have 3, but a whole collection of 3 3/4 inch. Hence my love for these new Marvel retros.
What are these?
These are the Marvel retros. They're totally 80s style. If Kenner would have gotten Marvel license back in the 80s, this is essentially what they would have looked like. And I had them all, but I didn't open them because it was just sort of all right, well, I don't have a place to put them right now, so I'm just gonna keep them. And then I got the Moon Knight one.
See that?
Yeah.
Holy
and
shit.
I was like, dude, today's the day. I took all 30 figures and just started opening them all at once.
This sort of is the best Moon Knight.
The best.
This is my favorite looking Moon Knight
too.
figure. It's right up in the box.
Me too. That is the perfect Moon Knight.
It's right off the bug. This is sweet.
Yeah. No, I love it. And I get the fact that it's a retro, so it's not compatible with today's articulations, but that's not its thing, right?
Yeah, and you know what? It doesn't really matter.
It depends. It matters depending on what I'm doing with my figures. If I'm sitting on the couch and I want to pose it out, then maybe it matters. If I just want to
But see, that's what I think the 6-inch are good for. Is articulation. But these
do.
little guys,
I do.
I don't care.
These are these are collecting. As someone who is OCD collecting guy, I like collecting these. It's you know, $10 and you get this figure. You get to pop it open. You get to look at it. You get to put. I don't know. That's maybe that's super OCD, but like, I dig it.
They have wrist articulation.
Yeah,
That's
they
cool.
do.
Why?
They do. I wonder if the wrist articulation is just for the construction of the figure.
Maybe.
Like it saves them cost, but I don't know. I do. I really like the Thor too. Like that's the Thor I like. It's just so
Thorish.
Yeah,
that's
like,
pretty sweet.
I like all of them actually. The Nova head it could be better, but like I love it. Like this is just.
You forgot to give him eyes.
And again, this is No. Nova doesn't have pupils, does he?
I think he does. I think you could see his eyes through his helmet. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, see, I prefer.
This Thor they didn't screw up. Look at how good his eyes look.
No, it is good.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
So you prefer helmeted characters to have pupils?
Depends. Maybe not pupils, but just white.
White. Yeah, no, there's white. You have to see.
Am I that blind?
Yeah, no, it's glaring. Like
yeah, there is white. There is white.
Okay.
White. I just couldn't see it.
I prefer my like helmeted characters to have no pupils. Like Batman.
Yeah.
Batman
No
with
pupils.
pupils looks silly.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I mean, I guess I get.
This on the web.
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, I guess for like the movies, obviously, I don't know. Have they ever done that in a movie? Like remove the pupil?
Yeah.
They did.
Oh,
They didn't do that for Batman, did they?
No, what did they do it in? They did it in a freaking movie. I just watched it with Liam Neeson.
It was a Darkman?
No, it wasn't a comic book movie or
Okay.
anything like that. It was he was out with these wolves. He was fighting a bear.
I know
or
what you're
something.
talking about, but where was what was the moment where
They removed his because he died and came back to life, and they took his pupils out to make him look dead, and then it was cool. Actually,
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
I do remember what movie you're
Yeah.
talking about. Hold on, I gotta do my first check. All right.
So
Yes. So the greatest toy line that you are into. You bought a toy.
Oh, I bought a few
I'll let
toys.
you go for it.
All right, these motherfuckers are absolutely my favorite. Like I bought them. I don't know what else to say, but I have been rocking these guys out.
That is
Like,
great.
I think these things are beautiful. They're fun. They fit figures in them. They're pretty well scaled, minus this one. This is actually my least favorite, just because I have chunkiness on the sides.
How out of scale is that?
I don't know. The Falcon doesn't work anyway. Like, just in the movie, it doesn't work. That's like the outer proportions don't match. So probably not that bad, but like the walls should be a little thinner. You know, like this part.
Really?
Like,
You think so?
A little bit, but I don't know. I love it.
So these are the micro Star Wars micro squadrons by
Jaxware.
Jaxware. This is the first toy line. No, maybe not. Second toy line that I was able to. First toy line I was able to get my son into.
Mm-hmm.
Like we went to a Target and we saw a few of them. And he was like, I love these. I want to army build them. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know, you're in?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we went to the Target. We bought every one they had. And then they have the blind box ones, which are the best.
Yeah, I want to see those.
Yeah. So they're hidden in here. The blind box ones, they're like $6 and they're blind box little speeders. And then there's chase ones. And we bought a case of them.
All right.
And we got 2 out of the 3 chases. We got the IG-11 chase. And we got the Cobb Vance, which is the best one.
Yeah.
But we had so much fun opening them, and then we went to like store to store.
Nice.
And you got us the Slave One, which I did not. I'm waiting for him.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, I want to see. That's my favorite one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's by far my. I love.
What makes it your favorite? Is it just because it's the Slave One?
It's the Slave One. I just think it looks the best. It's just like. I think they put the most work into making it, like, just the features it has and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, I love it. And it's like, I've never really had a slave, like a perfectly scaled Slave One with a dude that's removable. And, I don't know, man.
So, because these are probably most comparable to the Action Fleet by Galoob in
I think
the
so.
90s, which was a good toy line.
Yeah, those were sweet for the day. They really were good for the day, but, I mean, I think these are way better.
These are way better because they're scaled.
They're scaled, and they don't have, like... My only complaint is the X-Wing.
Why?
Because the engines aren't all the same. The top engines are longer than the bottom ones.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that's it. And I don't know why they did it. It's weird, because it's like... The Galoob one did it. but the X-Wing, all the engines would be the same length. But
I had a hard time with the X-Wing with the landing gears. Like you have to get
yeah,
in
you have to
there.
really beat them up, and I don't like the R2 comes out too easy.
I really like the figures that come with these.
Yeah.
As a figure guy, I'm actually kind of amazed. Like they're a little smaller than Diaclone, and I wish they had like knee joints, but that would be pushing it.
Yeah,
right?
for the price though, I mean, like these
Yeah.
are cheap. I mean, I think they're pretty cheap. I mean, like this one's $44, and I mean.
No, they are cheap.
I love them.
This was $30, but like there's and that's the thing is there's a price point for all of them. There's like $10 ones, the $6 ones.
Yeah.
They are fun to open. They're fun to play with, and just again, most of all, like they brought my son into Star Wars.
Yeah,
for the
I
first
love
time.
that he loves them. I think that's awesome. So is he? He's super into them. Huh?
Yeah. So not only is he super into them, but because of it, we've been watching like Obi-Wan and some of the new stuff. But because of it, he wants to go back and start from the beginning.
Okay.
So we started. Now here's the thing. I wanted to start at 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Then 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
Philip. He would not have it. He's like, I want to start because, and I get it. And like,
where do you want to start?
he proved himself. He was right. He wanted to start at 1.
Okay, fair enough.
And I was kind of against it, but he's like, look, here's the thing. Is like, and this is me talking for him.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know who these characters are, so like, I don't want to watch 4, 5, and 6 and not understand where Anakin is, and like until like you know what I mean. Like for us, it was like
So he knows enough.
yeah, oh yeah,
To go in order.
Yes.
Then he's like, no, I'm not gonna fuck around. I want to see it in order. Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
because we'll be watching Obi-Wan, and he doesn't understand that relationship between those, so then it doesn't excite him, and it made sense. Like I got to be honest with him. Like I wanted to start at 4, 5, 6 because that was my experience.
Yeah.
But I think he's right. I think the best experience for him is 1, 2, 3, Rogue One.
Just in chronological order.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So we started at episode 1, and I'm not gonna lie, that's a tough one to get through. I forget how tough that one
I haven't
is.
seen it in a while, so that bad. Well, what did Adam think?
So we're halfway through it.
Okay.
You know, because he started school. He likes it. I'm trying to get a feel for his feeling on Jar Jar. Because like I obviously hated Jar Jar because Jar Jar I was like 18 or 19. I don't know how old I was, but Jar Jar was he's just inherently he's inherently annoying to me.
Yep.
And I just was trying to figure out as an 11-year-old boy, is Jar Jar annoying to him?
Yeah.
And I just don't know, because I do know that there are kids who probably grew up with episode 1 who probably think Jar Jar is hilarious. And I'm just trying to understand if that's the case. So I'm trying not to persuade him into thinking what I think, but it's hard because I think I probably dropped a couple like, dude, Jar Jar's so annoying.
It is hard, and like there's a lot of actually prolific YouTubers that like grew up with those as their Star Wars as kids, and they love it the same way we do.
Yeah.
Like they and you see them talk about it, you're like, you know, maybe I should shut my mouth. Like seriously, it's like, okay, if you say so, fine. You know, and I mean, plus the new movies really made the prequels look pretty good. I think, you know, and it's like,
he did immediately think it was super creepy that like 10-year-old Anakin eventually marries Padme. He's
awesome.
He's like, I don't think that's right. And I was trying to I was like, it isn't. But when you like go 10 years down the line, it's not as creepy. Yeah. He's like, I don't know about that. He was super.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was super weird. You know what I did? And you got to tell me, like, so. Again, he's starting to get into this stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, he's really into like fantasy. Like he likes like barbarians and stuff.
That's
so I'm
sweet
like,
though.
I'm like,
that's awesome.
Right. And I'm like, well, Conan the Barbarian is one of my favorite fantasy movies. And I'm like, I know it's an R, but I haven't seen it in years, and I don't remember why it was rated R. He's like, I can deal with the violence. The violence is no big deal. So I'm like, all right. We'll watch it. I forgot how many. There's
a lot of titties.
There's a lot of romping around in Conan. Like
titties and raw meat.
Dude,
and shit.
There is a lot of romping in Conan. Yeah. So there was a couple uncomfortable moments for me because you know, as a father, I was pretty uptight about it. Yeah. And he's just like, "When's the action?" I'm like, "I think this is the action, buddy." It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, did he like it though, or was it a little bit too dated for him?
I think it was a little too dated. He said he liked it, but like we had watched Lord of the Rings, and Lord of the Rings is, you know, it's more modern, and to be honest with you,
Did you watch the show yet?
Yes.
And?
I think it's beautiful.
Oh, wait.
And there's only 2 episodes so far,
3.
right? Oh, there is?
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Oh, are you sure there's 3?
Yes. I think it just came out.
Okay. So I watched the 2, and it is slow because it's doing a lot of world building. Yeah. I do think it's beautiful, and I'm starting to like it. Like, the second episode was definitely better than the first one, and it's not the first one's bad. It's just like I got to learn all these new characters, and I've got to understand like why.
They all have like ORN in their name, like Aragorn.
Yeah, it's like
that's what.
But that's
just call him Bruce. Like,
yeah, but this is J.R. Tolkien's world. Do you want really? Wouldn't that take you out of it? If
I know.
This is like
it would.
Bruce the dwarf.
Bruce. They call me Bruce.
Nah, they've got to be like Galadriel and
the
Goldor.
Names are so hard, though.
They are, but
I mean, especially in the Told ones, because Faramir, Boromir, Shitamir, like whatever, it's like. They're a sweet story that I loved. Those movies.
It's what was terrible though, and like have you ever watched you watched the Hobbit, right?
That scared the shit out. Wait, which one?
No, the Peter Jackson.
No,
one.
I didn't like them.
It is so hard to watch.
God,
like, yeah, it is really really hard to watch. It's so interesting to see how those Lord of the Rings trilogy are so entertaining, even though long, and those Hobbits are so boring and I trudge to get through.
Yeah, I can't even do it. I fell asleep in the theater on it when my brother made me, and I just watched the 70s cartoon.
Yeah, it's trippy, man.
That's some scary shit.
Yeah.
Like the music in it, I'm like, dude, I'm getting freaked out.
Yeah.
Like, that's scary.
That is.
And I did see it as a kid, but you know what? I didn't. I had the storybook with record.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and it was made exactly. It was the same art, and it had the same music. Shit scared the hell out of me as a kid.
It was an intense animated series
as hell. And Gollum was scary.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it. And that's some good shit.
The one action figure regret of my lifetime, I think there's 2. In my lifetime, I bought and traded figures and never really had a regret because I could always get. The one regret was I had the Lord of the Rings Knickerbocker figures.
Yeah.
And I traded them away. This was like in the 1996. This was like, remember Toy Shop magazine?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So this was before like the internet or like early internet, and I really wanted the Action Masters Optimus Prime.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And it was just a hard piece to find at that time.
Okay.
And I had a set of the Lord of the Rings Knickerbocker figures, complete loose, no horse though, and I was reaching out, I was calling everyone in the Toy Shop magazine to see if they had an Action Masters, and one guy said he had one. And he's like, I'll trade you for those Knickerbockers. And I was like, yes, because at the time I wanted this thing.
Yeah.
And that was a huge regret. Like, I'll never get them back. And even if I get them back, it would be thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, that much, huh?
They're not only that much, but they're like legitimately hard to find.
Gotcha.
Like, especially to find like the little knives and stuff for the figures. Like, it legitimately would be a challenging rebuild. And so I do have a huge regret of that. But that cartoon was scary.
It was creepy. So, you heard anything about the new Hellraiser?
Yeah, I just saw a picture of the pinhead. Does that bother you?
No.
Okay.
I think it's even better if they do it right.
Mm-hmm.
If they do it right, I think it'll be way scarier than anything because they'll sexualize it. So,
yeah. Well, it already was sexualized.
I know it was, but it's like, okay, whatever. But like when you're watching it, you're not gonna know if you're grossed out, scared, or turned on, and then realize you're all three at the same time. That's scary.
That was the whole thing of Hellraiser. I never liked the Hellraiser movies.
But see, you're right. It was, but it was like I thought it was subdued. Like if they really do that, like make Pinhead beautiful,
right?
Like, but scary beautiful.
Yeah.
Like if they
I get
do
what you're
that.
saying.
Like, that's a freaky feeling to not know where you... Whoa!
Right.
What do I do?
Yeah. I'm not into the Hellraiser movies. I gotta be honest. Like, I think the designs are cool, but like... I remember watching that first Hellraiser, and I was probably like 15, you know, or 14, and it was like I wanted it to be like I wanted to like it, but I think it was sort of where you were coming from.
Well, did it scare you? Like they scared me, like flat out. I'm scared.
Like, I think it made me feel uncomfortable, which is what
it's for. Yeah,
right.
I mean,
right.
Yeah, it's just I think a lot of people don't like that feeling.
I don't like that feeling.
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough.
No, and I respect that you do. It's just like. I just don't think I'm into it.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I'll watch it. Like, I don't know. Wait, that wasn't Wes Craven. That was
Clive
Clive
Barker.
Barker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clive Barker, man, he's a crazy cat, weird cat.
He's a crazy cat, and we got a good month coming up for horror.
What else?
Halloween Ends.
Okay, we talked about that.
I'm really excited for that.
I don't know if I watched that. Oh yeah, I did watch the trailer.
Yeah.
The Evil Dead looks good.
Yeah, Evil Dead. And
What else?
Terrifier 2.
Oh,
Did you ever see the first one?
So you told me to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I know, but...
I put it in and I didn't finish it.
Okay.
But again, like, I think it was just like, I don't know if I took it out because it was not, I wasn't comfortable with it. Like, I think I'm changing with horror.
Okay.
I think I prefer monster movies.
Yeah.
That's considered a
Yeah,
subgenre.
butchering women, yeah. I get you.
I don't like the slasher movie. I like monster movies. And I do like gore though. Like that's the thing is I do like messy gore, but I like it when it's created by a monster, like a big creature.
I understand.
I don't know if that's.
I understand.
But I do want to see or zombies. I like zombies. Like
Zombies
it's played
are
out,
good.
but I think that's considered like something. I like something supernatural with my horror. I don't like my horror.
I think Art is supernatural because he's got fangs and stuff like that. I mean, I think he is a monster.
Oh yeah, is that his name? Art.
Art the Clown, and he's but the sequel's over 2 hours long.
Clowns are kind of freaky. Man.
I agree.
mean, that's
they
just
scare the shit out of me.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're always hitting a home run if you put
since
clown.
Poltergeist.
Yes.
Clowns scaring the shit out of kids since Poltergeist.
That was the moment. That was officially the moment.
Yeah.
Man.
You ever see the Funhouse?
So, yes, but I'm traumatized by that movie.
I'll bet.
I had a sleepover at a friend's, and he had fallen asleep.
All right.
And I was watching Funhouse, and I don't know if it was. I think it was on the TV or whatever. And it was like 2 a.m. type thing, you know. And I'm doing this alone, and it was just like I was not at it was not the right time and place for that.
I understand,
Yeah,
and that's
it was
creepy from the opening credits.
Yeah.
It's creepy. Yeah,
Maybe I'll watch that again though. Like if I watch that again, will I have flashbacks or will I realize it's not as scary as I thought?
Flashbacks.
Yeah.
I think a lot of how that stuff works. It's like even if it's not. If it scared you as a kid and you watch it now, it'll probably still scare you.
You're probably
a little
right.
bit. At least that's how I am with. That's why I love horror.
What? See, like you mentioned Poltergeist. I think that Poltergeist was one of those movies that scared me as a kid. Like I showed that to my daughter and she was like, "Oh yeah, it's good," but I didn't think it was as scary. I think she was older on, but like what?
Zoe's 14, right?
Yeah, now she is. But like we watched it like she was 12 or 13. But I had watched Poltergeist like at
I saw it young.
8,
Yeah.
like, and at 8, like man, it's like a whole different world.
Yeah, and I mean the part where the dude rips his own face off.
Yeah,
that's like really scary.
Totally terrifying. Terrifying. Yeah. That whole movie like had so many. And you know what? I even think Poltergeist 2 had some scary stuff. I think
Poltergeist 2 scarier.
Dude, that old man in the cave.
Yeah, that dude. Oh fuck yeah, he's scary as hell.
Does that movie hold up?
I think so.
I'm gonna watch that this Halloween.
It's got some elements of cheap, but yeah, I think so. I think both of them do. I think they're really scary movies.
Oh man, I'm just thinking about that old man and thinking about
Julian Beck. He died right before the movie came out too.
That movie was just littered with trauma.
Yeah. And, there's so many dead people. Will Sampson, Julian Beck, the sister from the first movie.
What was Marianne's name? Caroline.
Yeah, Heather O'Rourke.
That was a sad one.
Yep.
I mean, they're all sad, but yeah. Other than Coach, Coach is gone now too, right? But not because of that.
Craig T. Nelson died.
Didn't
maybe?
I think Craig T. Nelson's dead.
It's possible.
I don't even know.
Gosh, yeah.
Did you watch Game of Thrones? Are you into the House of the Dragons?
Okay, I got to season 3. And then I ran out, had to rewatch. I've never got back to it. So I will watch. I know it's awesome. I need to do it.
I was just asking if you watched the new House of the Dragons.
No, I haven't. Shut up.
Okay, well, I guess there's
How is it?
I am enjoying it in the sense of like, obviously, like
Is it better than the final season? Because I know everybody hated the final season.
Everyone hates the final season,
so
and
this
rightfully
is better than that?
Yeah.
Well, that's all
it just kind of brings you back in. It's like if you were just watching, if you like Game of Thrones because you like the dragons and the politics and the just the characters, I think it brings you right back in. But we haven't gotten to any point of like real consequence yet. But with that said, like I like being in that world. The best show on TV right now is I've been watching Reservation Dogs. You ever watch that?
No, what is it?
It's really good. It's like basically like a I'm gonna butcher it. what's the director of Thor?
I know. Yeah, what's its face?
I'm gonna butcher it, but he
Taika Waititi.
Thank you. He produced a show where it's just like on a Native American reservation, and it's just like these kids and like the people how they grow up, but it's just an incredible show.
His humor.
It is his humor, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it is very subdued, and it actually. Now I'm getting into the second season. It's actually becoming more of a drama than a comedy.
See, I give it a shot because you know what?
It's the best.
That, like, I binged Orville, all of it, in a week and a half.
Now his sense of humor starts letting go.
It starts heavy,
right?
Yeah, and then they let it go.
When they let it go is when it got better, right?
Yeah, and
I don't like his sense of humor.
That's how you get. You know, you get someone into Star Trek. You show them Orville.
Really?
Straight up. It's the best season of Next Generation.
Mm-hmm.
I literally binged the third season straight. I watched it all straight.
So
in 3 days.
Did they drop that humor completely?
No, it's still there, but it was like seriously. The first season was like Family Guy.
Ridiculous.
I mean, even the visuals. Just
it was ridiculous.
But and then they slowly would make more serious stories and the humor. Then they ditched it.
Okay.
Season 3, fuck it. Like very little humor, all serious. And deep. Shit.
Okay.
Like, and I mean deep shit, and not just like there's a lot of but like they hit a lot of political issues, but they show both sides. They don't seem to favor.
Yeah.
And just the whole artificial intelligence. I loved it, man.
No, I hear really a lot of good things about it, and like I said, like I think
it was a home run.
I think in the second season I started watching it, but it was just one of those ones where I just didn't stick with it. But everyone I watched I liked. It was just the first season when it was like.
It was too funny.
It was too goofy.
I didn't think it was funny, but it had too much humor that didn't hit for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like I think back about it, and it's a legit Star Trek season. From I know it's not, but it is.
Yeah, see, I haven't watched any of that new Star Trek stuff yet, but you just have to pop it up on your thing.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Well, I'll just give you my Paramount login.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I won't. Because that's illegal.
That is.
So, but yeah, I mean that, and like. We just have a good month.
Yeah, Andor, like I'm excited for that.
Yeah, Andor, that looks pretty amazing too.
It does look good. And it's weird because not only are they going to give you 3 episodes right off the bat, which is good because I'm kind of getting...
Isn't it 12 episodes too?
Yes.
It's long.
It's going to be long, and you know it's going to be like our kind of sci-fi in the sense that it's going to be
Rogue
One.
Yeah, and serious and brute.
And I do like that they kind of are doing, I really liked that effects house they created. But I think they overused it. You know what I'm talking about?
Like with a projector when they...
Yeah, I think it's good, but I feel like they needed to put things in real atmospheres. And I think that they said that they're doing that for Andor, so I think that's going to be a refreshing.
It looked pretty physical in parts of it. But, I mean, I get why they... whatever works. Do it. Sell the goddamn universe, but
look, if you can keep me in that world, I mean, I'm okay with it.
Ahsoka's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I think they're all gonna be good.
What's the timeline for that?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I think post Rebels. So I don't know when that would.
Are you watching She-Hulk?
No, but I'll binge it all when it's done. I heard it's pretty decent.
So I like the first 2 episodes, and then. I do think it's enjoyable, and then the third episode, the only thing is that it's almost like they got a different effects house. It's
better or worse.
Worse, that's the thing. The effects just it was very passable in the first 2 episodes.
That's what I heard.
And then this one is just really, really rough, and it really took me out of the thing. To the point where I almost couldn't even enjoy it because it was so rough.
Bad?
Yeah, it really was.
I can see them going all out on the pilot and all that to make it a little bit better, but...
That's what I was wondering if they did. If they're all right, we're going to go all out for the first 2, get you drawn in, and then we're going to... But it's and again, I don't mind CG, but this was just almost too... It felt like it was really dated.
Did she look bad?
Yeah, that's the problem, is that her... I don't believe that she's a real character in this.
I don't know. She's hot.
Yeah, I mean...
I like green women. I can't help it. I'm into green women.
That's good. But, whatever. I got to be honest with you. I'm just very moderate as far as a Marvel fan. And I always was. I just, until you give me the X-Men, I'm just all right.
As far as the movies and TV, me too. I like the books and all that. But as far as, what they've produced on TV, not a big fan. I don't hate
Yeah, you're
it.
right. Their TV stuff hasn't been.
Yeah.
Like, I always feel that the first episode or two is engaging, and then it just kind of all falls down.
I agree.
Like, it's just like they start out strong, and you're like, okay, I'm interested, and then it just goes nowhere.
Yeah, and I mean, I think since Endgame, it's been consistently a little bit downhill.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole Avengers thing was huge.
Yeah, I don't know if they know quite what they're like. They gotta build it back up, and I think they're just building all this stuff and figuring out what sticks with people.
That's what I think so too. I mean, they gotta build a new Avengers team and all that. The Fantastic Four is coming.
So I'm not into the like rumors. Like, did they cast Mr. Fantastic?
Not officially.
It's not John Krasinski though.
No,
but that's probably good, right? I mean, I didn't have a problem.
I would
with
use
him.
a younger guy.
Yeah,
I mean, he looks really good. He looks really good in
right.
Doctor Strange, but
yeah, he's our age, right?
Yeah,
like you can't get a lot of that out of him.
But he sort of fits that he'd be our age because he's a scientist. He should be a little younger than us.
But they have
to be in his mid-30s,
yes,
I think. But
they have to consider the fact that they need this guy for 20 years.
Yeah,
30 years.
But I always imagine Reed older than us in the books.
Because he has that gray.
He's got the gray. And I guess in the 60s, all the heroes were older. You know? Like,
except for Spider-Man.
I mean, he was the first kid
You're right,
superhero.
because Doctor Strange, Tony Stark, they all seem like middle-aged gentlemen.
Yep.
Right. No, that's a good point. It was like Spider-Man, and maybe that's why I liked Spider-Man so much, is because he was like the one younger guy.
I want to see the more fun edition. Do you hear about that?
No.
They put it back in the theater with, like, I guess, like 11 minutes of extra footage.
For what?
For hell of it.
No, what movie?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The more
that's
fun
right.
edition.
But I'm curious what it would be.
Me too. I want to see it. You know, I really liked that movie.
I did too. I watched it recently, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if we were doing episodes at the time that came out, but
we were not.
We were not. Well, I took my daughter to that movie, and I just midway through, obviously, I was just in tears, and my daughter looks over to me, and she's like, "I've never seen you cry," and I I felt guilty about that, but I was just in tears. I don't know why. So it all started with the Aunt May scene, but I didn't cry there. Like, the guy next to me actually started crying, and I'm like, it's not that sad. I mean, it's sad, but whatever. But honestly, and I was trying to pinpoint it, but I think it was the Andrew Garfield scene.
I get it, man, because I gotcha, man. It's really,
I didn't even like Andrew Garfield as,
but you do now.
Spider-Man. Totally.
You do now.
Totally. It was just like his whole predisposition of like being like the
unlikable.
Yes, there was something about it.
And he did great.
He did great.
He had shitty writing. I mean, in his movies, it wasn't his fault. He worked. I thought he worked perfect. It was just.
I mean, I definitely thought his uniform was always the cool. Like, he looked
the most Spider.
Yeah, although I do think I always felt that he was too handsome to be Spider-Man. But that was, maybe.
See, I don't, because he was like a McFarlane Spider-Man.
Yeah,
when
I think you're right.
McFarlane drew Peter Parker, he was handsome.
Tall, lanky, and handsome. You're right. You're right. And also, like, no offense to Toby. Toby isn't an ugly guy, but he was definitely had a lot of character in his face. Like, he wasn't your traditional handsome guy.
No, not at all.
So when you go from that to Andrew Garfield, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, like
Tom Holland though is like the perfect Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't care if you like him or not. He is, to me, that is the best Spider-Man.
Yeah, I like them all. I mean, I like them all. Tom Holland I like them all. I don't have a favorite.
Oh, just making sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and what else is going on? Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, action-packed. Oh, you know what? I did bring some stuff to open, but, like, now it's kind of like, I've got these, like, expensive MDLX Optimus Prime. And I just haven't had time to open it.
What is it?
It's 3-0 Optimus Prime. I bought the Bumblebee, and I actually really, really loved the Bumblebee. And so I got this, and obviously I'm a bigger Optimus fan, but it's just really high quality. It's just that, like, I don't know, man, sometimes I just don't have time to open stuff, and it's like, when you're getting these expensive pieces, like, and this is a more expensive piece, it's like, I want to be able to have, like, quiet time where
and enjoy it.
Yeah. I don't want to just open it up and then, I want to play with it. So this has been sitting around for like a week or two, maybe even longer. And it's like I was like, well, you know what? There's no better time to open it than now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Holy
dude, they don't mess
shit.
around. But I haven't seen. Oh wow, he's got a lot of parts.
Holy
Yeah.
smoke.
It's a. Oh wow, I'm gonna play with it first, and then I promise I'll pass it on
God.
to you. It's non-transforming. Wow, man, it is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, wow.
3-0 doesn't mess around.
They don't screw around at all.
I'm okay with this not transforming, but I typically do prefer my Transformers to transform. But this is.
If only the masterpiece looked like that, huh?
Yeah, what I like about this, I like the design of it. It's not. It's like it's not quite like. I like the Bumblebee movie design, like the Bumblebee Optimus Prime, but like I think this takes it in even a more smoother classic level.
Yeah. When are they gonna make the next
yeah,
Bumblebee?
Rise of the Beast or whatever. That should be. I think it was delayed, right?
Rise of the is that what it's called?
Rise of Beast Kingdom, right? No. Hold on.
So wait, the new Bumblebee
It's
movie
Rise of the
be
Beast.
Beast Wars?
It's Transformers. The next movie, it's not Bumblebee. It's Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Yes, it's gonna be like
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars are incorporated.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you might like it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I don't know who's like. I know that they're going the same direction as like the post Bumblebee direction, but like who's making the movie? Is it the same guy?
I don't know. I hope so because that movie was good.
It was really good.
What was her name?
Haley Steinfeld. She's
Oh my god, I forgot. I didn't even put it together.
Yeah.
She's Hawkeye.
She's Hawkeye. Yeah, she's
Oh
really
my
good.
Gosh, I didn't even.
I'd like to watch that movie again.
Here, let her. She was sweet in that movie. Way better than Hawkeye.
My only beef with the Bumblebee movie is that like I don't really care about Bumblebee. I did in the movie, but I'm saying like I wanted to see like the first 10 minutes or 3 minutes when it was all like I wanted to see just robots.
Yeah, I know. That was my problem with Hawkeye. Is like I loved it, but who cares about Hawkeye?
I don't.
Yeah,
like,
I don't either. It's like, and I thought she did a good job. Like,
yeah, she's great.
She was actually.
I think I cared about her more than I did Hawkeye.
I liked them both, but it's just like, come on,
I always thought of Hawkeye. Hawkeye
get
was
Daredevil
like,
in there if you're gonna do that or
Yeah.
something. Because I love Daredevil's my favorite street level. I think he is, and
I
he's
think a
coming
lot
back.
of he's coming back. He's coming back in the yellow and
Yeah, was he in She-Hulk yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Spoiler, but
Yeah.
here you can play it. That's awesome. Yeah, I like the Daredevil stuff. Like I just didn't read a lot of Daredevil comics growing up.
I didn't either.
I was an X-Men guy, man. I can't get over it. It's like why can't we just rebuild the X-Men and then rebuild
They
them like
will.
but I want Jim Lee X-Men. Is that or like Chris
I think
Claremont?
he'll come close. I think you don't think he'll. I think that's what they're gonna go for. I mean, that is everybody's X-Men.
No, it's not though. It's everybody who grew up in our time frames with X-Men. Like that's the thing is like I get wrapped up in thinking that everybody's experience is the same as mine, and it's not.
Okay, but even if you don't, even the modern X-Men is almost like you still get Wolverine.
So they're doing a cartoon called like X-Men 97.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they're doing that to comfort us 40-year-olds.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
But even in the new House of X, it was the Claremont X-Men.
Yeah. I mean, they were like, if you look at the history of X-Men,
yeah,
there's been some good teams on and off. But when you look at it as a whole, that era was the best. Like,
agree.
I mean, come on. You get Cyclops, Storm, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, Colossus. I was a big Gambit and Rogue fan.
Yeah, me too. I mean, and they came later in Claremont, way later, at the end of Claremont's run. You know?
They did. I love the X-Men. I love the whole like.
I'm excited for X-Men 97.
Are you?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good. I mean, I'm excited because that's that's our anyone our age, that's our X-Men, you know?
I agree. This is going to sound really weird, but I don't really like watching cartoons. Oh, except for Primal. You ever watch that? I think I talked about it last week. All right. Primal's great if you haven't seen it, watch it. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of the last cartoon that I watched that I really... I
don't watch a lot of cartoons, and I should, because, there's some stuff I need, Lower Decks. I heard the Star Trek cartoon got good.
Yeah.
For Star Trek guys,
again, I don't think it's that. I don't think that's my humor.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I want to watch that humor. I did not.
Well, that's I heard it. It's not so much. I heard it. They got a lot less humor and more continuity because I don't like humor. I as bad as that sounds, I don't like when they take something that I take serious and make a funny version. I don't like that. I hate
agree.
it.
I don't like that either. I like humor, but I don't like when you take something that I take seriously and do it. Like, I didn't see it yet, but I heard the new Thor is like that. I
didn't see it either.
Like, and the thing is I like Ragnarok. Like, I felt like that was okay, but I've heard that Thor: Love and Thunder, which I have not seen, I heard it pushes it a whole new level.
And that's I heard the same thing. And sure, Taika Waititi's very talented, but his humor is almost, to me, sometimes gets to be a little much. Like you say, you don't like Seth MacFarlane's humor.
Yeah, I don't.
That's how I feel about it.
Right.
It's like, you know,
I get it. I'm trying to think of where I felt that I like his humor, but I guess I can see where you're coming from. It's just like he's doing a Star Wars movie, and I want
what?
Yeah. He's working on a Star Wars movie, and I really think he'll make a good Star Wars movie, but I just don't know how humorous I can handle that.
In Star Wars, I know, but what is the movie?
I don't know. But he's a great filmmaker. I don't know.
The guy knows how to make a movie. I'm not going to argue that. He knows how to make a movie, and he knows how to make it look good.
It's like James Gunn does that too, but I really loved Peacemaker, so it's like, I don't know. He pushed it, and he just did it so well.
But he's so adult humor, and I love it.
So you think that makes a difference?
For me, it does. Yeah, like...
Really?
Like Peacemaker, the humor in it was so crude.
It was so
over the
You know what it was? It was because nobody has this like attachment to Peacemaker. You know, it's
you
like
do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want.
And
like,
he did it, and it worked.
Yeah, and like as a kid, I read Vigilante.
Yep.
And I loved it because of the way he looked like.
Yeah, I know.
And they just made him even cooler. Like it was like, man, I want a Vigilante figure. Yep. But again, you're taking characters that nobody
C-level characters.
It's like making Wild Dog movie. Yeah. It's like no one cares. You can do whatever you want with it. But it's. We get so precious about our heroes, and it's tough.
That's why I like shit. That's why I like properties I don't know a lot about, so I can not go in prejudice like The Boys.
Right.
I watched The Boys season 1 through 3
straight.
That's good. I texted you a few times. I'm like, what?
I bought a copy of Boys number 1.
Yeah, I remember you got that. And I didn't care for it in the beginning.
No?
I saw the first couple episodes. I'm like, this is too slapstick, over the top, and then it just takes a serious.
Yeah,
just like Orville, it gets really serious, and I'm like, whoa!
I might watch Orville.
I think you should. I really, it's.
Can I start? Like, I watched some of the first season.
Yeah, just
can I watch the second?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, just start season 2. I mean, it's like, but you have to get to season 3 because season 3 is so good. It's every episode is good and well made, and like, you know, they had a 4-year hiatus, I think, between.
I guess
with COVID and everything.
That makes sense.
So it's like season 1 and 2, every episode is 47 minutes. Once you get to season 3, you're like an hour 20.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they really made up for lost time, and they really, and the whole thing is they haven't confirmed a season 4 yet. And
but
everybody loved season 3, and it didn't have a hard ending or anything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have a clip, but it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I'll check it out. I love serial sci-fi. I just.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. I Star Wars, Star Trek, you name it, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
If there's more than one of them, I'll watch any sci-fi.
I typically am too, but like, remember, I don't know, did you watch The Expanse?
You know what? No, I should.
Yeah, me too. I watched the first 4 episodes, and I could not get into it.
Same.
But everyone I talked to would say, just hold on, stay with it. But it was like, I just couldn't stay with it.
I'll get it.
I think that's sort of like
a thing of it.
Yeah, maybe I should too, but like now I have to go back and watch the first 4 episodes again. And it's like, that's so hard to do.
You know, or talk to somebody like, where does it get good?
Yeah,
and start and then go back.
Yeah.
Because that way, sometimes you got to do it. Like, if you're just not into it, how many things did you see as a kid where you jumped in the middle and then you went back?
The thing is when we were kids, there wasn't a lot that you couldn't jump into the middle of. Like, I'm trying to think of like, what was a series growing up in the 80s or even the early 90s that you couldn't maybe so
like I have to skip Game of Thrones season 1.
Really?
I'm gonna go back and watch it,
see,
but
I
I'm
thought
not
it was
doing
so
season
good.
1. I mean, I know what happens in the end. I'm like, I'm not pulling that up.
I enjoyed it enough where I could easily do that, but
I have 6 years to make up
yeah,
for
that
it.
is a lot. It is tough because, like, you know, like there's like shows that like I really like to watch, like, but like I don't know if I can do it all. Like, I would like to see Better Call Saul. But,
Me
like,
too.
Yeah, but it's
I heard
like
this season's amazing
I know.
too, and I don't know shit. I watched the first season. I thought it was really good.
Me too,
And then I just gave
felt,
up.
Right, I gave up,
Like,
and it's like I would have to watch that all over again.
Yeah. Did you see El Camino?
Yeah, I didn't like that. The Breaking Bad movie.
Yeah,
I thought it was
okay,
weak. Yeah.
okay.
I'm sorry.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I like Breaking Bad though.
Me too. Is Better Call Saul better than Breaking Bad?
I don't know.
What do people say?
People say yes.
Okay. Then shit.
And you know what? Like, I also this is like, I watched The Sopranos, but I missed the last season. So it's been so long in between.
You don't know what to do.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I can.
It's on Netflix. I need to watch it. Yeah, because I've never seen any of them.
Okay.
I need to watch those. I have so much.
I just don't know if I can. It's same thing with Lost. I watched Lost until this last season, and it's like I feel like I would not remember where I was.
Yeah.
There was like I was watching. Which show was it that I was watching? That it's been so. Oh, what was it? It was recent, and I was like, oh yeah, The Boys, like season 3. By the time I got to, I had a hard time remembering where I was in The Boys. I'm like, wait, where was I? Like what happened?
Where did it leave off?
So it took me a little bit to get back into it.
Compound K, or is it V? What is it?
I don't remember.
Whatever, that changes every. Like, I really love that show, and I love that it's fucking Dennis Quaid's son in it. I didn't know that either. Jack Quaid is Dennis Quaid. He look just alike. If you really look at him, yeah.
Really? See, I've been watching that.
Carl Urban's a badass.
Carl Urban's.
But he's badass in everything. I can't believe he was Bones in Star Trek. It's sort of like when you think about it, it's like, what?
He's good in everything.
He did it good at it. It's just like he's the
one
best Judge Dredd ever.
Best Judge Dredd.
They need to make a sequel to that movie.
Yeah.
Or do anything. I'll watch anything he's in. He's my favorite.
Me too.
Badass.
I mean, he was in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He is the best. He is like everything he's ever been good in. He has been fantastic in. I don't know one thing that he has done that was like, Carl, you didn't show up for this.
Probably the only thing, his worst thing, was in the Jason Bourne movie. He was a bad guy in one of those.
Oh, really?
He was good. Yeah, it was good. It's just like, he's just an assassin.
He was good. He was in the Pete's Dragon movie, and it was fantastic. Did you see that movie?
No.
Oh, that's really good.
No.
The live action Pete's Dragon. It's great. I was a big fan.
Nice.
But he was like the guy in that. I was like, hey, Carl Urban's showing up. I like Carl Urban. I would probably accept him as a tall, handsome Wolverine. Like, I could probably deal with it.
Yeah, I had to say, because he's a lot like Hugh Jackman in a lot of ways.
I could see that. Is he a little less handsome than Hugh Jackman? I feel like he could be a little gruffer than Hugh Jackman.
He's got the beard. He's badass. I just like to see him kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like Carl Urban, he's like a yeah, he's sweet. He's awesome. Nobody doesn't like Carl Urban.
I hope
no
not.
one's gonna be like, oh, I don't like Carl Urban. No,
Right.
Not nobody.
And he's never had a role that has made him a huge star. You know what I mean? Like, he's never had the role where it was like.
Yeah, but he's better than that. He's got cult status.
Yes.
Like, he's got cult status, which is even better because stars come and go. Cult status is forever. Like, he'll go to a show and be Billy Butcher, Faramir, like,
he's got a lot of good characters.
Yeah,
he shows like a true maturity in his characters and acting and whatever. Who knows?
I love.
I do too. What else? We got anything else? I'm trying to think of anything else that like is coming up that we missed or that we're excited about. Man, any robots? I did order that Kit's Concept 172 scale Jetfire colored Valkyrie.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really... Yeah, that looks
I had
super
to.
cool. Where did I see it? I saw it on Instagram. I'm like, ooh.
I went for it. Like, the thing is my issue is that it looks beautiful. The 172 scale seems a little too small to me.
A little bit.
The price seemed a little bit high to me at around 200 and whatever. But I like lights, and it's got lights.
Yep.
And that color just looks so beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's really neat. I think it'll be sweet.
It's the first like Macross thing in a while.
Yeah, and we need to open your Voltron.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that briefly.
Yeah.
So I ordered that Blitzwave Voltron, which is like 15 inches, and it was expensive. It was like $700. But my Solar Chigokin Voltron is like in storage right now.
Yep.
And it's like, I don't know if I can justify opening the $700 Voltron if I've got no place to put it.
Yeah, I don't know where you're at on that. Like, that's tough.
I feel like maybe I blew my load on the last Voltron. Like maybe that
was expensive as hell, and that thing's cheap now. I know you can get it for like less than 200.
No, you can't get it less than two. Really?
I think so.
Really?
It's common now. Like I know they've reissued it like 4 or 5 times.
So the advantage of this one is I like the size of it. It's like 15, 16 inches.
He's lankier too.
Yeah, it's just like, when do you get to the point where you're not getting much better?
I think that's it. I think that's like, I think the Solar Chigokin is that point where it's like, I think this thing's not going to sell a lot, because I just $700 for
that's
something that there's. Yeah,
that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah,
like,
that's a lot of money.
I remember spending $300 on this. Now again, it's crazy how how a couple of years will change change the threshold of what you'll spend on a toy.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like $600-700, man. That's a ton of money.
Is Blitzwave a tested company?
I don't know if they really are. Like, I know that they've had some pieces. I've heard nothing but good things about it, though.
Same here. I watched a lot of stuff on it. It looks like it's really good.
It's just like, what do I need, like, to really enjoy opening a $700 item that I technically
a lot of money,
right? I mean,
like
what would
$700 that you don't care about?
Right. $700, maybe like a bunch of blow and like
you gotta get high as a kite,
right? Like I don't know what,
for it.
Which I don't do that, kids. But the point is like, what do you do to make a $700 toy enjoyable to open?
You say that it's in scale to this Millennium Falcon.
Is it true?
I think it's really close. I think these figures
You think Voltron's that big? Yeah.
I think so, but I think these figures would fit in the Lions. I was watching a thing where it showed the dudes in it.
So that does come with figures.
Yeah, that comes with little figures. I think they're probably about the size. Oh shit, that'd be crazy.
I do, like, I gotta be honest with you, the little figures was one of my temptations to opening it. It looks great. It's just like, I don't know, like maybe if we had like a Christmas party and we had a bunch of like liquor flowing, and we were like, look, let's have a Christmas party, we'll exchange gifts and we'll open Voltron. We'll all sit around and play, like then I could do it. But I just can't imagine like going home from a day of work and like, all right, I'm gonna bust open Voltron. I just don't know that moment is gonna happen. I think it would have 5 years ago. I just don't know.
Yeah.
But I have it. It's here at the shop. And it's kind of like one of those things where it's like out, it's not really priced, but if someone asks and I could make a couple, like I would sell it if I could get my money out of it plus, you know. I do want to open it. Like it's also one of those.
But that's like that's an expensive luxury. Like if someone came in, I gotta have the band, please.
That is a luxury. Like like I don't care how, like obviously there's like a whole level of people who have money and whatnot where $700 is not a lot of money. But, you know, I think in the toy world, it is considered a lot of money to just, I don't know, maybe not. I don't know.
I wish they made Solar Chigokins like this. They're like,
they don't really make anything.
No, not
what happened?
I just think they're so expensive to produce, and they didn't sell enough of them, and they're hit a lot of.
Well, they also kind of
ground.
I felt like they ran out of robots that they were willing to make. Like I would have loved to see like Saucerager.
Yeah.
The Mugen Caliber.
Yeah.
And these were just, I don't know, maybe they're too deep of cuts. Man, a Saucerager and a Mugen Caliber would be my 2 dream robots.
That would be, and the Mugen Caliber people would like it. People love that. People, that's a popular design.
Yeah, I mean, because it was in Transformers, it was enough. But if they made an
Orgus, they could do an Orgus, I think.
Yeah, I like Orgus. The problem is Orgus's transformation, it makes no sense.
Yeah,
I don't understand what that vehicle looks like. With Mugen Caliber and Saucerager, Saucerager, you got a bat train, and then with Dorvac, you got like a futuristic vehicle.
Yeah.
Which I liked the CM one, but CM is just like kind of a doggy.
They're not half-assed. They're not half-assed, but they're not Bandai.
They're not Bandai. Yeah. Like, man, to get a Bandai 11-inch Mugen Caliber, oh man, and then you know that they would repaint one into a Roadbuster color.
Of course they would.
And I would buy into it. Man, I'll be honest with you. Like back in the '80s, the Select Converters line. They were some of my favorite robot
I
memories.
got the Black Valkyrie.
Dude, that's expensive now. The Maladroid.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Batman. Well,
Yeah.
those all have to be. I mean, they gotta be impossible to find in shape.
Yeah, especially not broken.
Yeah.
But the Saucer Rager Bat Train, which on that line was first track,
Yeah.
to this day, it's him, Psykill, and Optimus Prime, and the Mugen Caliber, which I think are my favorite robot designs.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jetfire, of course, or the Valkyrie. Yeah. But the Valkyrie's like, of course.
I mean, that's just huge. See, I think mine is probably Turbo. Gobots Turbo.
That's a good one.
That's my earliest, and then I forget. I think that's him right there. Is that Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers. That's the first one I remember of like shit my pants in first.
Mine
grade.
was Gobots Dumper. Was the first one, and it was like and Turbo, because the way the Turbo's head flips open blew my mind. I lost it. And to this day, I still like, as Gobots as toys, not a cartoon. The cartoon was terrible, but Gobots as toys still is number one for me.
Blew my fucking mind in first grade. A kid brought one in, and I didn't know what the hell was happening.
You thought you were looking at a Matchbox car.
Yeah, I was like, and it wasn't. It was like, oh! I went home, Aunt Patty, Mom, Grandma, everybody. I gotta have one. And it took like what felt years.
Yeah, right.
Because they were gone everywhere.
They were gone everywhere. And how do you explain to all right, so I get this Matchbox car, this Hot Wheel car, and it turns into a robot, and they're called Gobots. And like everyone, like they were so hard to find. I remember Psykill was my first Gobot, and to be honest with you, this was before the cartoon, so they had no like identity.
This is better.
Yeah, it was so much better. Yep. And so when I looked at Psykill, I thought he was like the good guy leader, because he was like red, white, and blue. Yeah. So he was the one that I liked, and actually, like, finding out that he was the villain, kind of bummed me out. But the thing is I didn't matter. Like, it blew my mind. And he was a parts former, and I still love him.
A little bit.
He was
not
a little bit. He was a straight up parts
former. Yeah, he was actually.
I love it. I still love it, man. Machine Robo Gobots, still like Jeepers Creepers. Some of the worst names ever.
Oh, I know, they were so cheesy.
Spoons, Tucks, Hands
Leader
Cuff.
One. Leader One.
Psykill.
Yeah, Psykill.
Hands Cuffs has got to be the worst.
Hands Cuffs, yes.
Tux was fantastic. He was a robot with a top hat.
Yep.
You can't beat that.
So cheesy.
It was great. I loved it. He was a Rolls Royce with a top hat. That's the best. It's awesome. Yep. Man, I think I'm going to go home and go through my Gobots.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So what else you got? You got anything else lined up for the rest of Labor Day? You going to go barbecue?
Yeah, I got to go grocery store, pick some stuff up, but that's it, man.
I'm
you
jealous.
Want to come over?
I would, but I got the kids coming back from North. But otherwise I would. Like, I kept begging people all week to bring me some hot dogs into the shop, because I don't have anything to grill right now. Anyways, you got anything else?
I got nothing, man.
Until next time,
nerd out!